Team, anytime we have word problems, it's important that we read it thoroughly, annotate the question, and write down our information in a key. So let's look at the first example. It says Michelle had 3 cups of milk in her refrigerator. She used, so she used 1 2/3 cups for her cereal. We want to know how much milk she has left. All right, so we know that she started with 3 cups of milk. So starts with 3 cups. Used 1 2/3 cups. We want to know how much is left. Anytime we want to know how much is left, we're finding a remaining amount. There are 2 things here that help me know that this is a subtraction problem. One, that she used a part of her total being 3 cups, and she used 1 2/3 of it. And also, we're trying to find how much was left. The word left often indicates that we were finding an amount left over or subtracting. So, we're now going to go ahead and solve. We're going to solve 3 cups minus 1 2/3 cups. Anytime we subtract, we got to set up our t-chart. So we have 3 minus 1 2/3. Now, I know when we subtract, we have to have something we're taking away from. I'm trying to take 2/3 away from nothing. I can't do that. I have to decompose a whole from the whole number side and regroup it or decompose it to the fraction side as 3/3. We now have 3/3 minus 2/3. That gives me 1/3. And then 2 minus 1 is 1. So she has 1 1/3 cups of milk left. Let's go ahead and take a look at the second problem. We're going to read and annotate, and then we'll make a key. Juan lives 6 1/3 miles from school. Frankie lives 4/5 of a mile further from the school. How far from the school does Frankie live? All right, so we want to know how far from the school Frankie lives. Well, I know Frankie lives 4/5 of a mile further. Well, further than what? Further than how far Juan lives. So Frankie lives 4/5 of a mile further than 6 1/3 miles. If I want to know how far Frankie lives, I'm going to take Juan's distance from school, 6 1/3, and add 4/5 of a mile further. We're adding on more distance because Frankie lives further away. So we have 6 1/3 plus 4/5. So let's go ahead and set up our work. We know when we add fractions and mixed numbers, we use that t-chart. We're going to solve 6 1/3 plus 4/5. Anytime we add fractions, we check those denominators. These denominators are different. If I found the LCM, we would find the LCM to be 15. 1/3 becomes 5/15, and 4/5 becomes 12/15. When I add 5/15 plus 12/15, I've got 7/15. This is an improper fraction, and we cannot leave it improper. So we're going to subtract out 15/15, and we're going to regroup it to the whole number side. That will leave us with 2/15 left over. Then we add our whole number side. 1 plus 6 is 7. So we have 7 and 2/15 as our answer. So Frankie lives 7 and 2/15 miles from the school. All right, let's go ahead and read these last two questions. The first one says, Chelsea purchased a 5-pound bag of horse feed. So purchased 5 pounds of horse feed. Her horse Charlie ate, he ate 1 3/5 pounds of the feed. And her other horse Zipper ate 2 1/2 pounds of the feed. We want to know how much of the feed was remaining. All right, so let's write down the information we know. She starts with 5 pounds. Charlie ate 1 3/5 of it. Zipper ate 2 1/2 pounds. I'm going to just say pounds on both of these. So she starts with 5 pounds. Charlie ate 1 3/5. Then Zipper ate 2 1/2. We want to know how much is left or remaining. All right, I know if I'm starting with 5 pounds of feed and my horses eat some of it, then the amount of horse feed we have decreases. So what we're doing here is we're subtracting. We're starting with 5 pounds and then we're subtracting the amount that they ate. So what we're doing here is we're taking 5 pounds minus the total food that Charlie and Zipper ate. So first thing we want to do is we want to solve for the amount that they ate. Well, I know Charlie ate 1 3/5 and Zipper ate 2 1/2. If we combine their amounts, we can figure out how much they ate together. Then we'll subtract that from 5 pounds of food. This is a 2-step problem. So first, we'll add the amount that they ate together. So 1 3/5 plus 2 1/2. When I add these fractions together, the denominators are different, so we have to find the least common denominator. It would be 10. And then we would have 6/5 plus 5/5. 6 plus 5 is 11, so we have, oops, sorry, I said 6/5. I meant 6/10 plus 5/10. 6/10 plus 5/10 is 11/10. That's an improper fraction. So we're going to regroup 10/10 to the whole number side. We have 1/10 left over. Now we will add 1 plus 1 plus 2. That gives me 4 1/10. So Charlie and Zipper ate 4 1/10 pound of horse food. But we're trying to figure out how much feed was remaining. So we have to subtract the amount that they ate together from the total amount that they started with. So that's step 2. We're going to take the total amount of feed and subtract the total amount of feed that they ate. So we have 5 minus 4 1/10. I cannot take 1/10 away from nothing, so I have to decompose a whole to the whole fraction side. 10/10 minus 1/10 is 9/10. 4 minus 4 is 0. So our answer is 9/10. How much feed was remaining? 9/10 feed remained in the bag. Now we're going to go ahead and look at the next question. I'm going to erase our work from this first question so we have plenty of room. We're going to read and annotate. Says Arlo ran 8 1/4 miles on Monday. Okay, so I'm going to write that information down. Monday ran 8 1/4 miles. Then it says he ran 2 miles on Wednesday. Okay, so I need to write that down. Wednesday ran 2 miles. Then on Friday, ran 1 1/3 more miles on Friday than he ran on Wednesday. So on Friday, he ran 1 1/3 more than Wednesday. So 1 1/3 more than Wednesday. Well, I know on Wednesday he ran 2 miles. And I know if I'm finding more than, then that means I'm finding 1 1/3 plus 2. I know 1 1/3 plus 2 equals 3 1/3. So on Friday, he ran 3 1/3 miles. Now, I want to know how far Arlo ran altogether. So I have to combine the Monday distance plus the Wednesday distance plus the distance we found for Friday. We found out that on Friday he ran 3 1/3 miles because it was 1 1/3 more than the amount he ran on Wednesday. So we're going to add up these three amounts together. We always set up our T-chart. We have 8 1/4 plus 2 plus 3 1/3. Okay. We know we don't have a common denominator, so we'd have to find the LCM. Our LCM would be 12. So we have 3/12 plus 4/12. 3/12 plus 4/12 is 7/12. Then we would add up our whole number to side. 8 plus 2 is 10 plus 3 is 13. So how far Arlo ran altogether? Arlo ran 13 7/12 miles.